Our West Coast newsroom. Trace?
Megan, the newest batch of leaked emails is from 2012, a time when the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops was strongly opposing a mandate in Obamacare that called for federal funding of contraceptives. In an email to now Clinton campaign chief John Podesta, Sandy Newman, the president of the liberal group Voices for Progress, writes, quoting, "There needs to be a Catholic spring in which Catholics themselves demand the end of the Middle Ages dictatorship and the beginning of a little democracy and respect for gender equality in the Catholic Church." Newman, who's Jewish, goes on to admit that he's not qualified to be involved and doesn't know how to, quote, plant the seeds of the revolution. But John Podesta responds by apparently assuring Newman that the revolution is underway and that he is helping to push the progressive agenda on the Catholic Church. Quoting again, "We created Catholics in Alliance for the Common Good to organize for a moment like this, but I think it lacks the leadership to do so now. Likewise, Catholics United, like most spring movements, I think this one will have to be bottom up." When the first bunch of Catholic bashing emails was leaked, criticizing our boss, Rupert Murdoch, for raising his kids Catholic and calling conservative involvement in the Catholic Church, quote, "an amazing bastardization of the faith," we noted that John Podesta, who's Catholic, did not respond. But the current Clinton campaign communications director, Jen Palmieri, apparently did, writing, quote, "I imagine they think it is the most socially acceptable, politically conservative religion. Their rich friends wouldn't understand if they became evangelicals." Palmieri says she doesn't recognize the email, but then she was pressed on whether she actually wrote it. Watch.
I said I didn't recognize it, but moreover, we are not checking, we're not going to fact check each of the emails that were stolen.
Little struggle there. The conservative group Catholic Vote, which claims 500,000 members, is calling on Palmieri to resign. Quote, "Catholics will be watching Hillary Clinton to see whether she thinks our religious faith should be respected or whether it's fair game to mock us." The former U.S. ambassador to the Vatican, Jim Nicholson, says no religion should suffer this kind of denigration, and neither should Catholics.